Well, this is Kick It 12 FM 89.5. My show, Make It Happen, goes on air every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 until 7 p.m. I appreciate you tuning in. And also, if you are driving on the roads on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, my show goes on air from 8 till 10 a.m. We have Mr. Tahir Hussain here in the studio. Mr. Tahir, glad to have you here to teach us about wealth creation. Very enlightening topic, I must say.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
We hear cryptocurrency a lot, Bitcoin, and we've seen the explosion of it several months ago. And it has experienced a lot of ups and downs, I must say. Should people embark in buying Bitcoins, you think? Is that one of the many ways to create wealth, you think? Is it viable?
Well, the answer is yes and no. And let me start with the no first.
Okay.
If you have no idea and you're like, well, Bitcoin is $12,000. Let's buy a Bitcoin. I have $12,000 in my
Yeah.
bank account. The answer is no. Please don't do that.
Mm.
And the reason is because point number one, self-education. If you haven't
Yes.
got yourself educated about something, and if it's just a flick, an emotional flick, then please don't do it, because rule number one is to protect. What if that was a bad time to buy?
Mm-hmm.
What if a good time was 4 months ago and it was $4,000?
Mm-hmm.
Now some of you would be like, really, was it $4,000? Yes, it was, because a lot of us don't do our homework. So I would say look for someone who probably would be a mentor or an expert in that area in the industry. So if you're looking at Bitcoins, what you want to do is that you don't want to read a news article and say, boom, I'm buying it. No, you want to go read the news article, take a step forward, and ask an expert what would they recommend. Think of a doctor for a minute. A doctor says, oh, you don't have a headache. I have some bad news for you. And you're like, no, I'm not going to believe that. And then you take the second opinion, the third opinion, and the reason you do that is because you want to be sure that you're protected, your health is good. You want to do the same with cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin. So that's on buying. So that's the no. If so the yes is, if you've spoken to 2 or 3 experts, been to a few seminars, you're like, yes, I think this is a great time to buy. I should do that. And just when you're about to buy, I always tell people that we can take it a step forward and saying, how about mining Bitcoins? And whenever I say this, the first reaction I get from people is, excuse me, what? What do you mean mining Bitcoins?
Right.
I can Google that, but
Yes.
producing Bitcoins, and people can't even comprehend the fact that it could actually make you money. And it just doesn't make you money, it can actually make you a fortune as well,
Yeah.
just like any other industry if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think people are just lazy when it comes to self-education? They jump on a bandwagon just because their friends are doing so, or their colleagues are doing so, or someone famous is doing so. Oh, that person is doing Bitcoins and buying it. I should join too. What are motivations of people being less self-educating in terms of trying to create wealth?
Well, you're right. People are lazy. People rather watch a nice weekend drama on a weekend than read a boring article on wealth creation. And the way to get over that, which we teach in entrepreneurship in the Millionaire Academy, is that think of the price you pay for the life of the people you love and care the most. Because you need a motivation. If you're currently happy with the way your loved ones are treated and your financial circumstances, then by all means watch all those dramas. I don't have anything against those dramas. So what I'm saying is find a balance. And in that balance, ask yourself this question. Are the dreams of the people you love and care so cheap that you won't get off that couch and take the action necessary? Because today we live in a world of information and technology, and information is available all around us. Seminars are available all around us, including Sabah. They're all around us. It's just a matter of showing up to one of these once in a while.
And I guess people also don't want to make that investment. I mean, people are willing to buy cigarettes, but not willing to inject themselves with knowledge. I mean, where's the priority here?
That's right. So once you get your priorities right, and priority comes with clarity, people get so comfortable being uncomfortable, living the life that they're living, that they forget that there's a better dream out there that could be achieved, unless they see someone in a nice car or buying a new house, and they're like, How did he do that? And I think that's the message. But here's the essence of Bitcoin. The answer is yes, it has created wealth. Yes, it is creating wealth. It has not only just created millionaires, but we saw in 2017 the first billionaires being created with Bitcoin. And it's all happening. It's almost worth $200 billion market cap, very close to what the Malaysian economy is in that sense. So it's huge. It's huge.
What can people do today to take advantage of earning money from the Bitcoin industry? Even though very risky, but I'm sure there are ways.
Correct. So one of the things I want them to do is, again, get yourself educated.
Self-education.
Number two, find a mentor. And that's one of the things I speak about in my book. So if it's a new industry for you, find yourself a mentor. A mentor is a person who you don't have to like. He's not your best friend. He's there to tell you what you need to what you need to do. He's the expert in that industry, and he'll guide you and assist you. Ask any and all questions, and then talk about your capital risk. So rule number one of making money is to protect your capital. Is your capital protected? Understand the volatility. Can someone buy Bitcoins at $19,000 and sell at $4,000 and lose money? Yes, they can. But can someone buy at $4,000 and sell at $19,000 and make money? Yes. The same is true about Bitcoin mining, which is more laid back and passive, where you don't have to get too excited on the Bitcoin price. It's long term. So find the people who are doing that and get educated and ask them all possible questions and then move forward.
I wanted to cough. Excuse me. Here we go. We're together with Mr. Tahir Hussain all the way from Dubai. Very enlightening set here talking about cryptocurrency. Coming up, we'll have a motivational session together with Mr. Tahir. You're listening to KK12 FM.